What is up, my crazy, beautiful Verticonians? My name is Vertico, you can call me V, and welcome back to Minecraft Dinosaur. Episode 150, as long as I haven't screwed the numbers up along the way, this should be episode 150. As you can see, we are in creative mode, which can only mean one thing. Ooh, it's a number 50. Ooh, he's in creative mode. That's right, it's a world tour and world download available in the description. All you need to do is download the world folder and put it, I think it's in your saves, I can't remember. There's YouTubes out there on how and what to do. All you need to remember is make sure that you have followed the process to get fossils in the archeology and Jurassic World Reborn installed, otherwise you'll be missing a lot of things, which I'm sure you don't want to be missing a lot of things. So first off for the tour, we're going to start off with something quite recent. Oh my god, they're laying eggs! Guys, they are laying eggs, and the eggs are in there. Oh my god! Okay, so first off we have our Nautilus tank, which may have 2 more people, or a few more in there, but we've only had 2 name tags. So, I've forgotten your names already. One was Arby and one was, I think, Nathan. So, they have already possibly had children, but they will disappear, I'm afraid. Also, I don't know if those are just things I can pick up. Who knows? Oh my god, they've had several. Guys. Okay. That's pretty damn cool. Anyway, of course we have up here our lab. This needs to be reworked. There's no doubt in my mind I need to place another one of these down. Not sure where yet. We need to rework this space over here, possibly to move some of the chests too. We do need to finish off building these rooms, rather than just segmented parts of quartz, but here we are. Coming outside of the house, if you guys can remember what the house looked like, I think... Was this house the same in episode 100, or was it different? I can't remember. It's been that long of a series, but if we push our minds back quite some time, this house used to be just a little house with a wall around it. And now we've got this sort of futuristic, modern sort of house look, with a railroad that still isn't finished coming out of it, with a nice little rail station, which I'm quite chuffed with, actually. Underneath, we still have, of course, our villagers and a parent zombie killing farm, and our market, which is currently unstocked because of reasons. If we go around the outside of the house, we, of course, have our graveyard, and this has been a staple since the series began because we did it to commemorate Mushroom, my hopes and dreams, and then Charlie the Magical Liapleurodon, who died way too quickly. Parsnip also died. Charlie 2 also died. There's been a lot more deaths since then, but the Megalodon's the one that's hit our heart the most. So, there is that. Of course, the Liapleurodons have stopped dying ever since we have basically baby-proofed the enclosure and stuck things that prevented them from drowning, or suffocating, I should say. Moving on, we of course have our storage house with our fan art inside. There is a few more pieces of fan art, mainly by Noah Tyrannus, that I actually need to put up still. And unfortunately, King of Dyspraxia and potentially ADHD will forget to do that constantly. We, of course, have our, I think that's a Ceratosaurus skeleton right there. I could make it bigger with some bones, but I'm pretty sure that changes the orientation and like the way it's currently facing. Down here we have our storage area that I rarely use. I should probably use it, and I probably will use it a bit more when we set up our Hyperloop station, which is an idea that I got from Jurassic World Evolution 2. I love the idea of a Hyperloop. It's just like an underground railway or a tube station. But currently, our next build, as you are all aware, is the farm and farmhouse. We will then, of course, move on to other things, such as doing a bit more on the railway and then going to an Indoraptor enclosure. So that is pretty damn cool. If we venture out a bit more to the side over here, we will see our Brachiosaurus and Ankylosaurus that have been outside of their enclosure for quite some time. Over there we have where we spawned our, I think it was our Allosaurus, that we used to scare the living bejesus out of James. That was, quite frankly, hilarious and a bit overdue after what happened with the constant deaths, for me, from Denise. In here we used to have the Raptor Squad until what I'm almost certain happened was they attacked a creeper, all 4 of them, and went bye-bye. Which isn't ideal, but we will replace them at some point and possibly try and make sure they don't attack other things. Over here we have our Pride and Joy. This was a huge, huge thing that we had to do. It took so much resource, so much time. We have our Megalodon and Mosasaurus and Plesiosaur enclosure. We of course have our Megalodon enclosure there, which we need to restock with a Megalodon because it died and I don't know how. In here you will find many things, from a very nice sort of star viewing thing. It's just built into what looks like a cavern. I wanted to maybe change the flooring in the walls, but then I looked at it and I was like, it just looks like a cavern that's been built underground, and I kind of love it. So the walls, of course, have been replaced with stone brick, but the floor remains the same. In here somewhere, we will find our caffeine, which is, of course, our Plesiosaurus. And... wait a second. Getting a lot of glare from the screen. But I am failing to find our Mosasaurus. Corey doesn't like that. Oh, thank God, you camouflaging. This has happened far too many times. Look at you. You are getting big. Not quite full size yet, but that's because it's not within space of rendering distance. So it will, of course, despawn. We have in here our fossils and archaeology Mosasaurus. The way I'm looking at this is, one is more of a pure breed Mosasaurus that's not been hybridized in any way, or, you know, mixed with DNA or enhanced. But Dr. Wu went a bit crazy with this one, so it's going to be a big boy. And it's probably going to be a bit more aggressive, so we kept them separated because I'm a nice boy. I know it wouldn't actually attack the other mob, but, you know. Here we have, is this our Allosaurus? Or is this our Cerato? Maybe it was a Cerato that we attacked James with, I can't remember. In here, we have a Pachycephalosaurus, and should have Triceratops in here, but they're gone. And Carlosaurus, you're probably going to end up in this enclosure. There's a Triceratops. That is great. Also, that means I don't need to expand the graves because we found you. So we need 2 Allosaurus in here. But we do have our Therizinosaurus. For those that have seen anything in regards to marketing material, you know that this bad boy is in Dominion. I ain't going to spoil the role as to what they do, but one of my favourite parts in the whole movie is the Therizinosaurus part. So trust me when I say, absolutely outstanding creature. We have 2 Megalanias, Gibby and, I think, was it Meggy? was it Gibby and Mibby? I actually said I was going to change a lot of these names, but I love the idea of Gibby and Mibby. It sounds like the Wonder Twins or something stupid. In here we have our mammoth, Manny, and of course we have Quagga the Quaggy. Or was it Quaggy the Quagga? Can't remember. I think it was Quaggy the Quagga. Over here is where we should have had 2 Spinoraptors. After originally having a Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus broke out, and the Spinoraptors were breaking the game. Also, there seems to have been a murder again. I'm assuming, call it a hunch, a creeper has blown up somewhere around here, because this water flow has been affected, whereas it all used to be perfectly pushing straight. So it was never like that. So I have no idea what's happened in there, but something certainly has. If we actually venture out of it, we should be able to find, there he is, our Spinosaurus. How great is that? So nighttime's approaching, but I'm actually okay with it being nighttime right now, and I'll explain why, because we've got a few more things that we need to show off and showcase, and some of it's going to look really cool at night, so it's kind of actually quite convenient. In here we have our Indominus Rex enclosure. As you can see, I have no idea where he has gone, which is already cause for concern, because it's probably died, I won't lie to you. However, the mob itself was causing a lot of issues, so I might make a new one and then set up a signpost and attach it to the signpost next to the feeder so it doesn't attack things randomly, so on and so forth. But yes, it's either dead or it has escaped. I haven't received any message suggesting it died. However, because it's not tamed to me, I won't receive that message. Bit of a shame, but it's also entirely possible he escaped, which means we have a Jurassic World 1 scenario on our hands, which I personally think is quite funny. In the meantime, however, I guess there is a way I can find out if I just dig down quickly and just have a little look inside our underground section. I'm pretty sure there is a way into this underground section, right? Oh no! Didn't mean to do that. Here we go, here's our underground section. He has not fallen into the underground section. That leads me to believe, unfortunately, our good friend the Indominus Rex has passed away. There is a lot of this where I'm like, oh, why aren't you making a sad song? Why aren't you expanding the graves and so forth? Because I'm going to be replacing it, probably with cheats, because at the end of the day, it didn't die of you know, being starved or something like that. I know there's food in there. It's more than likely that it died because the mod is glitchy, and it's not the mod maker's fault. Unfortunately, 1.12.2, though it is great for creating mods, it has some of the most rampant mob bugs, so they can go through walls, stuff like that. I know a lot of mods are now starting to modernize, which makes me so happy, because I'll actually be able to experience new Minecraft stuff as well. So I haven't played anything above 1.12.2, believe it or not, genuinely. I think I've played a 1.16 at some point, maybe 1.17, but that is it. I haven't played anything past that. I'm not one of those boomers or retro gamers like, anything past that sucks. I just haven't played it because I've not found a reason. I love my mods. In here we probably have some more missing or deceased creatures. Let's find out. Because we should have an Arthropleura, an Edaphosaurus, and a Diplocalus. I see the Diplocalus, I see the Arthropleura, and I see our Edaphosaurus. They're still alive. Of course, we still have our railways. So this is the first place it goes over. As you can see, it goes from the house all the way around the back of the Indominus closure, over the Spinoraptor, past our Cenozoic one, just past Mibby and Gibby, all the way up through to a nice little station that stops you off next to, or inside of technically, the Pterosaur enclosure. Now this was our most recent huge build. Doesn't look that great from the outside, nor the inside, nor above, so it doesn't really look great. I think is what we can conclude. Not sure if I'm a massive fan of these, but hey, on this side at least. It's just a massive enclosure with a few domes inside, and it's just got loads of pterosaurs in there. Whether any of them still remain alive is a question for another day, I suppose. I wonder if we can find any. They probably will still be quite small if they are alive, because we haven't been, you know, within render distance for them. I'm not seeing any on first glance, but it is night time, so it will be quite difficult to see them. However, we can pop inside. We got the time. How long has this video been? 12 minutes. Oh, yeah, we got time. Let's have a look, shall we? It feels like this is something out of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like come with me and you will see. With a word of pure imagination. Right, let's look for some pterosaurs. There will be other things in here, like I'm sure natural mobs spawn in, some creepers, etc, etc. So I just really hope my pterosaurs, which are tame to me, are probably dead, because they would have been like, must protect master, attack this skeleton, and the skeleton's just sniped them out of existence. However, the problem with being so far away is these small pterosaurs will not grow bigger. And because they will not grow bigger, finding them is fresh hell. However, that's a flower. I thought that was a pterosaur. Finding them will be fresh hell. I could have spawned them absolutely freaking anywhere, and finding them will still be pretty much hell. I'm not seeing any. Now, that shouldn't be a cause for concern this just yet. Also, I was about to say, it feels like my torch isn't lit, but it is, if I get closer to the ground. It's a bit of a pain. Right, there's a chicken. Any of our little boys or girls flying about? No. Well, that's a pain in the booty cheeks. Hey! Hello? You're still alive? Why are you dying? Do you need food? I know I'm cheating. Who cares? Raw fish. Eat the fishy. Are you from Fossils or are you from Reborn? I can't remember. So our Conferskinus, the thing I thought would have died first, is alive. Also, I tried to feed you fish. You don't eat fish. Let's give you some wheat instead then. Alright, alright. Possibly on me. Eat the wheat. Eat the wheat. It's full. Right, cool. Oh, there's another one. What are you? Wait. Huh? Did I put two of these in? Corey only remembers putting one of them in which case, did you breed amorphously, asexually, or is you the same one? They're not the same one. What the frickin' hell is going on? Slightly concerned, because I thought I put Quetza in here, and I thought I would have been able to see him. But I don't. So far, the only survivors are the birds, which is wild. Okay. Well, I found them at least. Part of me wants to continue with our tour, but we haven't got much left, and I kind of want to keep looking for these guys. So, come on. We can do it. It's a world tour video, guys. You should all be excited to come out and say hi. Any chance? Nope. See, I don't remember this being here. Now, I'm almost certain I need to go into peaceful mode, because I'm pretty sure I know what's happened here. I think this wasn't here before. I could be wrong. That looks like a creeper explosion. So I may have come past here at some point where there's been a creeper in here, and these pterosaurs decided to attack it, and it went, well, bye-bye now, and blew up. So there is that to consider. Now, I guess a real test of that would be if I was to spawn one and see if either the mobs or I witness an attack. So we're going to go ahead and... No, that's going to make you quite big. A hatched Quetza. This is just a test, guys. Don't worry. No? Alright, what about creepers? Do you attack creepers? No. Alright, maybe I was wrong. Not sure where that came from, though. I'm pretty sure that probably is still a sign that we need to go into peaceful mode. Which is a shame, because that gets rid of my XP farming, my arrow farm, every farm pretty much revolving around these guys. However, if it needs to happen, it needs to happen. Quick question. Did I ever put a feeder in here? Oh no, Corey's going to cheat again. Oh no, who cares? Woo. I'm pretty sure these are reborn mobs, so we'll go ahead and just stick in that. And stick in fish, grab a metric butt ton of those, and then just stick them in. Problem solved, lads. I don't know what you're going to eat, though. But, alright, it's daytime. Let's see if we can spot any more. Maybe I was just being a bit ditzy and not spotting them, but I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, all of our pterosaurs that would have possibly put up any form of fight did try and fight. And were murdered by the mobs. The normal mobs of Minecraft. Either that, or they are just around here. I can't spot them because I'm a bit blind. And there is that. But I think I either need to find a way to make it so that they won't fight the mobs and the mobs won't fight them, or I just need to go into peaceful mode. Because the only things I'm seeing, like I can see them from quite high up, as you can see these Quetzas. The only things I'm seeing are those Quetzas and that Phoscianus, which isn't ideal. Right, let's give it to the stuff I've given myself, thank you. I know, I used a bit of cheats there. We're keeping those two Quetzas, though. I'll probably cheat in some more pterosaurs to replace, but probably best to just put them at full size, right? Just those two Quetzas, you know, they'd have put up a hell of a fight against any mobs that spawn in there. And there is no way in hell you can stop anything from spawning in a location that big without literally littering it with torches. Of course, following on the railway, if we just so please, which I do, you can see our Tyrannosaurus Rex enclosure, our Sarcosuchus enclosure. Oh, you are getting bigger. I just need to be closer to you for you to get big. I feel like in the server, they weren't getting bigger without me being closer. But ever since I've came to a single player world, this guy has blown up. But then again, he might have been getting bigger because I've been pretty close by doing the railway, so it could have been that too. That should be the Brachiosaurus enclosure. However, Brachiosaurus is currently not home because it keeps escaping. Over here we have another rail station, soon to be built, still in progress, but we're focusing on other stuff at the moment. Of course, we've got this showcase, and then we're going to be building the farmhouse/farm. So there is that. We'll then come back to a little bit of the railway, then we'll work on the Indoraptor enclosure. I have no idea where that's going yet. I am very much open to suggestions. Once this is built, I can continue our path. It's quite like a modern-ish path rather than, you know, sort of like pepper potted with like gravel, stone, brick, stone, and so on and so forth. But I kind of like the way it is. I think this is a good place to end the video. It's another world tour. There's probably something I've missed. Don't worry, I'll try and remember to do it in episode 200. Make sure you do download the world if you are wanting a copy of this. Minecraft Dinosaurs will continue to be 2 episodes, then 2 episodes of Jurassic World Evolution 2, then 2 episodes of Prehistoric Kingdom, or Minecraft Dinosaurs 2, Prehistoric Kingdom 2, Minecraft Dinosaurs 2, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Parkosaurus 2 when we get it back. But I like keeping it in 2s, so that on, say for example Monday and Wednesday, oh, Minecraft Dinosaurs, and then if you're not interested in the other series, you can just come back in 2 videos time. So if you're watching Monday and Wednesday, you just need to come back on next Wednesday, and next Wednesday and Saturday you've got those videos. That's pretty cool. So videos are still coming out every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. If I haven't uploaded on one of those days and you're curious why, if you check out on Twitter, you will see if it's coming a bit later in the day, or if I'm missing a day for whatever reason, you can find out there. So make sure you do follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see some very old thirst traps, very old weird posts, and of course you will see my tattoos. I'm getting my final part of my sleeve, so if you look onto about here, where is it? Good lord, I can't even find it. Just past Mr. Mo, the Mosasaurus, right here, you can see there's a lot of blank space all the way up to the shoulder. Bit of armpit hair for those that are wanting to see that, which I should think is probably a very low number. Because we got our waves all the way up. So if you look here, all of the gaps have been filled with waves, and we'll be getting it up from the bicep to the shoulder. I had to tap out when we got to the bicep because it's 5 hours already in, and I was hungry. And it hurt like hell. So hopefully there shouldn't be too much. Unfortunately, I have been going to the gym now, so there's a little bit more real estate on there. Yay, great idea, Corey. But hey ho. If you have enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash the like button down below. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe. Request video is super duper appreciate. There's a whole playlist of Minecraft Dinosaurs. I think there's quite a few playlists of Minecraft Dinosaurs on the series from on the channel from years and years ago. So make sure you check that out. There's 150 episodes of this series, which is wild. And there's actually a few more than 150 in that playlist, because we've done showcases of different mods that we've added or tried throughout the times. So thank you all so much for watching. Truly, thank you all so much for being here for 150 episodes. Have a nice day, and ta-ra!